So there will be no British military intervention in Syria?
Correct.
Dead and buried, that.
Well, the House of Commons has made its view clear, although technically, of course, neither the motion nor the amendment was carried, but it's clear, as the Prime Minister said, that the mood of the House was against British participation in any military action, and he, as he said, he gets that, and that will now inform the government's actions.
You must be deeply shocked.
Well, I'm disappointed. We do believe that the use of chemical weapons in this way merits a clear and strong response, but we've always been clear with our allies that we would have to get parliamentary approval for British participation in military action, and that is the way the democratic process works. The House of Commons has made its view
You're not really
clear.
surprised?
I'm disappointed. I hoped we would carry the argument, but I think we understand that there is a deep well of suspicion about military involvement in the Middle East, stemming largely from the experiences of Iraq in 2003. And that's a reality that we have to face, and that in turn has affected parliamentary opinion.
Tells us something about the Prime Minister's lack of authority, though, too, doesn't it?
Well, I think it tells us that there is a deep sense of unease about British involvement, military involvement in the Middle East, and that largely stems from what happened in 2003.
But people don't trust him.
No, I don't think it's anything to do with the Prime Minister. I think it's to do with the legacy experience. Just as the American people took many years to recover from the experience of Vietnam, I think the British people are going to take many years to get over the trauma of what happened in those early days around Iraq.
So Tony Blair has damaged the office of Prime Minister. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that the events around the Iraq war have poisoned the well of public opinion about military engagement in the Middle East and have made people deeply sceptical. And we've made what we felt was a clear argument setting out the very limited objectives that would be involved in any such military action. But it is clear that the fear of getting dragged into a conflict has determined the opinion of Parliament.
But it does still tell us something about David Cameron's authority or lack of it, doesn't it? That even some of his own backbenchers won't vote for something in which he clearly and passionately believes.
And because he clearly and passionately believed that we have to have a strong and clear response to the use of chemical weapons and the breaking of this taboo that has lasted for nearly 100 years on the use of chemical weapons, that he was prepared to take risks.
That's an exaggeration.
He was prepared to take
risks. Saddam Hussein used them at Halabja, didn't he?
He used them once, yeah. But the repeated, systematic use of chemical weapons by a state actor is something that we haven't seen, and the fear is that if the message goes out that you can get away with it, we can expect other dictators in other parts of the world to start building stocks of chemical weapons.
Are you serious? You're accusing Parliament of giving succour to, not only to Assad, which you said earlier...
No, I'm saying that if we, the international community, allow Assad to get away with using chemical weapons against his own people, we can expect that he will use them again. We can expect that other dictators around the world will look carefully at that situation and will take lessons from it. Now, the fact that the British Parliament has clearly voted that Britain should not take part in any action against Saddam Hussein as a consequence of the use of chemical weapons doesn't mean that the international community will not do so. But I think if the international community as a whole took no action, there would be that risk.